Okay, so long time no see. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Colin. I'm a trans man living in Japan, and I am in a completely new apartment. I apologize for the echoing today. This is the least echoey room in this apartment. Today, I'm going to talk about ear defenders. Now, as an autistic person, I have sensory sensitivities, so things are more for me, I guess, than other people. The main senses that I'm very sensitive to be light and temperature, so like the physical feeling of my body, and sound. I did a video earlier about Calmer ear inserts, and that's actually the video that I've gotten the most engagement with on this channel. A lot of people have thanked me for either giving an autistic perspective on them, or just reviewing them in general, have talked about their own experiences with them. So that's why I wanted to do this video, because Calmer are good when I'm feeling pretty good and I need to like dampen the sound around me, but I still feel like I can handle hearing most of it. I just need to like kind of take the edge off. But with cars constantly going by and these paper thin walls, I needed more than that. So that's when I started getting into like, started using these a lot. I bought noise canceling headphones, and I got what I'm going to talk to you about today, the quiet loop earplugs. So I did have someone ask about that, and the version that I've got are the quiet ones. If I had to rate everything in terms of like noise canceling effectiveness, I would say the Calmer are obviously at the bottom, because that's their intended purpose, just to soften things. So Calmer at the bottom, and next would be these earplugs. Then I would say probably go up to like the noise canceling Bose or potentially the headphones. These are my second defense. So when Calmer's not enough, these are my second defense. And that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. So they were about $15, $20. I'll put the full price up here. They come with a lot of options for the sizing, and I can't find those right now. I can't find a lot of things right now, but they do have options for sizing. So that was the first thing I really liked. They look like this. There will be another picture up here that's a bit clearer. So they look like this, and what's really nice about these that I liked immediately was that I do not have the example with me because I don't know where the rest of them are. I packed in a hurry and everything is like in random boxes still 2 months later, so I don't really know where the rest of them are. But the first thing I really liked about them was that they are detachable. So the top, the part that actually goes in your ear, and then the actual loop that goes, you know, outside your ear, you can pull it out. They are detachable. So they come with a variety of sizes, and it's not like with the Bose, which were just like 1, 2, 3, and it's like, hope you can find your size here. These I think had like 4 or 5. It was a pretty nice variety, so I've still got those somewhere. I believe I was in somewhere in the middle, pretty small ears, so I was able to like try the different sizes until I found the one that worked best for me. I wanted something that had a snug fit, but was not so big that it got stuck in my ear. Because that was honestly one of my biggest fears when I initially started using these, was like, what if I put them in and then I pull them out and the top comes off and it's just stuck in my ear. That hasn't happened yet. The way that I use them is, not these. My cat is at my feet, and he showed me some love with claws on my feet. So these are fine, these don't hurt. Whew, that was startling, but the way I put them in is like that. And then when I'm taking them out, I pull gently. So I don't like yank them out, I just kind of like tug, and then I feel them come out, and then when they're out, I take them out. So I am careful about how I put them in and take them out. I try not to stuff them in. That said, I do sleep in these. The first thing that I can really talk to you about is the comfort. They're pretty comfortable, at least for me. They are silicone, I believe. They're very soft, you know, they warm up to body heat. So if I wear them for a while, I kind of forget that I'm wearing them. And these, they're very secure, so they do stay in my ears overnight. I do sometimes wake up and I'm like, wait, why are things louder on one side? And it turns out that when I was tossing and turning, one of them fell out and I have to like dig through my bed covers to find it. So they're not like so tight in there that you have to worry about it, but they are tight enough that they'll generally just stay in. I like them because I can put them in, and then if I want to, I can wear my noise canceling headphones over them for like extra noise canceling, so that's nice. They cancel, they say up to 27 decibels. For reference, cars, like traffic going by, major traffic, is about 85 to 90 decibels, I believe. So, can't really hear myself. I'm gonna take these out. So obviously these are not gonna block out like really loud sounds. So if you're like at a super busy holiday weekend, like shopping mall, if you are watching fireworks, if you are doing road construction, you know what I mean? Like if you are pushing the limits of decibels, these are not gonna help you. But if you are sleeping and you just want to block out the sounds of the birds first thing in the morning, or if you're taking a walk and you know there's just like some conversations, there's like ambient noise, occasional car going by, you're just like, I want to block most of that out, these are pretty good. I like these for when I'm sleeping predominantly, mainly because the one thing I do not like about them is that because they are earplugs by their nature, they block sound, as opposed to the Calmer, which are kind of like a funnel where they kind of like, they take the top and the bottom off the sounds, you know what I mean? Like the sharpest edge and like the hardest grittiness of the sound, they kind of funnel it down to the middle. These just kind of put up a wall, so you can kind of still hear everything through the wall, just like softer, but more muddied, so it's less clear. So if sounds can frustrate you because, for example, you can't tell where they're coming from, or you don't know what that sound is, and just like, it's not the sound itself, it's what is it? And that's bothering you, you might have to use these carefully because they kind of give you that effect where sounds kind of like, they get softened, but then they all kind of get like muffled together at the same volume, and then you can't really tell what everything is. So that's kind of the one drawback to these that I've found, but otherwise I really like them. I especially like them for sleeping because first thing in the morning, like, you know, cars going by, birds outside, that wakes me up. And then if I have these and then I have like my eye mask on at night, I sleep pretty well. And I've been wearing these for about a month straight, no problems. I've been wearing these for 4 months because I used to sleep in these with the headphones because the cars were so loud and that blocked everything out so I could sleep. But now that I'm in a quieter place, I just wear them for like, you know, the birds in the morning and the people outside, and just like to make sure that like everything is quiet so I'm not disturbed and I can just sleep until I'm ready to wake up. So for that purpose, I like them very much. If you're thinking of trying them, I would recommend them. I don't have any kind of like sponsorship deal or like, you know, coupon code that I can give you, unfortunately, but they do have a website. You can check where they ship, and then I believe you can also go on to like some other websites. Yeah? Really? You wanna go outside? I know, but I'm just, can you be patient? Oh, that is the face of no patience. So if you're thinking of trying them, yeah, I would definitely recommend them. Another of my favorite things is like the big loop on them, because then they are pretty easy to put in and take out. There's no fear of like, it's gonna like go in your ear because this thing is massive. And they have a wide variety of colors, so I went for green mainly because I wanted to be able to see them very easily. They do have other colors if you're looking for something that's less eye-catching, like less obviously you have something in your ear. For what they advertise and what they're supposed to be, they do work pretty well. Oh, one thing I didn't mention about the loop earplugs that I also really like is that they come with a case. So you can just put them into the case, and then I just put them in my pocket, and then I can kind of like tap my pocket. I'm like, oh, I feel like that circular shape, I know I have them. There is a loop right there. So if you want to attach them to like your keys or something, I'm not gonna do that because, I mean, it's a pretty secure, you know, thing. But if it gets knocked against something and then like bursts open and they fall out, I don't feel like taking that risk. I'm the kind of person who I keep them in my pocket, I keep them on my desk. but it is really nice and handy to have them in here, so if I find this, I know where they are. I'm very sensitive to sounds, so they might even work better for you than they work for me, because I'm that person who can like have these in and have my headphones on noise canceling mode and still be like, do I hear something? So they might work better for you if you are less sensitive to noise. Even if you aren't autistic, I would still recommend them to you if you just want to take the edge off. You know, when you're sleeping, when you're first thing in the morning and everything's just loud, I usually leave these in the morning when I'm like making coffee and making breakfast, because sounds are just extra sharp in the morning and I'm just like, oh, I can't deal with it. So having these in even for an hour like after I wake up, where I don't have to deal with the sharpness and loudness of sounds, like my cat's meowing for breakfast first thing in the morning, these are also really good for that. So if you need a little bit more than, say, the calmer ear inserts, these are really great, and I would definitely recommend you try them. Quiet, I felt like was worth taking a risk on because they were pretty cheap. They're about the same price point as the calmer. So for about 30 bucks, I've got 2 modes of defense at 2 different levels, depending on what I need and when I need it. Yeah, I would say that is about the end of this video. I am gonna do 2 more videos, I think. I'm gonna do one about my experience with the Quiet Comfort Bose earbuds, and then I'm also gonna do a video about my Soundcore noise canceling headphones. I think that's about my review for the Quiet Loop earplugs. If you've tried these, please let me know what you think in the comments. If you're interested in trying them and I didn't address something that like you have a question about, please comment below about it. Please like the video if this was helpful for you, if you would like to encourage me to do more videos about this kind of stuff, reviewing things from an autistic perspective about stuff that helps autistic people in the world, I guess. And please subscribe if you would like to encourage me to make more videos. I have to say, I have not been in a position where I felt emotionally able to make videos, because talking is like, I'm not a verbal person. I talk because I have to communicate, but I don't like it. I don't like the echo of voice in my own head. So it's a lot of work to talk, and I have to talk for 4 to 5 hours a day for work. So I'm usually not in a position where I feel like I can talk to you. But this is the kind of video I'm not like making myself. I want to do this kind of video where I talk to you, do kind of a conversational thing. But you know what I mean? Like, this is a lot of energy for me to do, and I haven't been in a place where I could do these videos lately. But continuing to get comments on the calmer video and having people subscribe to me based on other videos and that video, and continuing to get that engagement, that was very encouraging actually, and that made me feel like, that gave me the motivation to do this video and to want to do other videos, because I can tell that this kind of information is useful to people, and that's the kind of video that I want to do, where the information is useful to you and you can use it out in the world in your life. So if there is anything else that you are interested in me doing, you know, please let me know. Maybe I can do it, maybe I can't. I will try to do things that I personally have experience with, that I can speak to, you know, personally, that I feel comfortable talking about. But, you know, it can't hurt to ask, and if I can't do it or I'm not comfortable doing it, I will just let you know. And I won't do a video about it, but if I am comfortable doing it, I will. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope it was helpful and informative. Again, please like the video if you liked it. Please comment below if you have anything to say, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.